Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about a modification I recently did to the XMAXX, and it's in regards to the battery compartment. As you guys can see, I no longer have the Traxxas battery hold down in place, and I've replaced this with a battery strap. And I'm going to show you guys how I did this. This is not an original idea of mine. I acquired it over at the Traxxas forums. I forgot the gentleman's name, and I apologize if you ever see this or if you guys happen to show this to him. Thank you for showing all of us this modification. And what I'm basically trying to do is just anybody else who's trying to do it who would like a visual, this is going to help them out. So I've been using a 50 millimeter battery, which is this guy right here, and this is, I don't know, I would assume 50 millimeters is probably more of a norm than what the Traxxas 4S batteries that just came out for the XMAXX, which will fit only using this. Problem is, they're very expensive. You're looking at around $299 for 2 batteries and a charger that has a specific battery plug, proprietary to for Traxxas. So this will allow you to use 4S packs. So you guys will have the liberty to pick whatever packs you want, and are not going to be tied down to just the Traxxas 4S packs. And that's what this is all about. What you're going to need is, if you go to your hobby shop, which I did, I went to mine, and I found this strap. It's about 13.5 inches long, and I'm measuring from this point all the way to this point here. What this will do is give you enough length to create a battery strap, and I'm going to show you guys how to do that in just a bit. It could be any strap, so long as it's approximately that length. It could be a little bit longer, could be just a little bit smaller, but I would recommend 13 inches or a little more. So here is the idea. You're going to remove this stock battery type, and you're going to create this, where you have on one side, the battery strap connected from 2 different points, one on the left and one on the right. And here you'll see that you can put this battery pack, and it'll hold it down nice and tight in its place without any issues. Nice and snug. You can tighten this, and you're good to go. So that battery is definitely good to go. It's nice and snug in this particular area. I flipped the truck over so I can show you guys exactly what I did. First of all, what you're going to do is you're probably going to want to remove a couple of these screws to get these bars out of these sockets right here. So I would recommend removing these two, and the 2 that go underneath the chassis right here. And what that does is it allows this center bar to be a little flexible for you to remove these bars out of these sockets right here. So let's see here. This goes here and this goes here. So essentially they're like this. You'll be able to remove this guy from here, and what you're going to do is remove them. The one on the left, which is this one, will not require any modifications. You can leave this one as is. The one on the right, which is this one, the one closest to the motor, this guy had 2 plastic pieces that came out from this area, maybe about this long. I removed them. I don't know if you guys can see that from there. But I just shaved it off just to keep it nice and flush. The important part are these areas right here. These 2 slots. Okay? And I'll show you why. Because we're going to utilize, let me grab this tool here, this area right down here. So those 2 slots that I just showed you are going to go in there. And basically what's going to happen is we're going to cut down the battery strap, this guy, straight down the middle. You can cut it down the middle or however you guys want to. I would recommend straight down the middle. And what you're going to do is on both sides you're going to create this fork like, or cut a V at both ends. So you want to save the part that's going to attach to the Velcro, okay, and the opposite end of this area where these are going to meet, like this. Okay, so at each end what you're going to do is you're going to create this V shape in the middle. Okay, all right, so we're going to focus in this area, and we're going to put the battery strap in this area, and then we're going to sandwich it with this bar. Okay, you're going to put that in there, and you're going to do the same with this guy over here, and you're going to sandwich it in between these slots here. Okay, so you put the V in between. You're going to put the V in between these two posts here, so it's somewhat like this. Okay, see how that V shape allows the Velcro to go into that hole and into this hole, and then you're able to put this bar back in there like so, and sandwich the new battery strap and this post here. What I would also recommend is that you use contact cement. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to use this in in an open area where you can breathe. This is toxic. This is something that you don't want to breathe in a closed room or something like that. Preferably do this outside, or even wear a mask if possible. But it's a good idea to apply some of this contact cement in this area, so when it dries up, it'll be there for good, and it's not going to come out of the slot. So once it's all said and done, it'll look like what we have going on here on this side, and you don't have to worry about the strap coming out on either end. And now you can fit basically any forest pack that is 50 millimeters and taller. So hopefully this helps, guys, and I'm gonna get back to it. I'll be modifying a few other things, but this was one that I wanted to share with you guys. See ya.